What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Shit Trainers Say, conversations that we have with our clients every day. My name is Jim Adams. I am the owner of Catalyst, and
I am Debbie Roman, General Manager here at Catalyst too.
awesome. And then we're going to talk about a conversation I had with a client today about progressions, because it's one of those things that people usually go one or two ways with it. And I'm just talking about exercises, but you can expand this to health and fitness in general, to always have a goal that you're working for, because people have go one or two ways. One, they want to start at the top. They want to do this super sexy exercise that they saw on Instagram, on some other social media feed, that really is not appropriate for them. If they do that, they're going to be doing it either A, incorrectly, or B, they're going to get hurt because they don't have the movement, the quality to do the exercise correctly. So I think it's really important to start where you are, start with fundamentals and get the fundamental movement pattern down before you start to progress. And then the other way that people go with it is that they stick with the fundamentals and they stay in their comfort zone and they never get better. They never reach their goals because they want to stay in their comfort zone. They don't want to push and progress and push outside their comfort zone to work towards something bigger and better. So that's what we're talking about today. And that's the conversation that I had with the client, in that you should always have some kind of goal that you're working for, some kind of progression where you're moving towards, making some kind of movement towards a goal, because you don't want to stay stagnant. Deb, you want to weigh in on that subject?
Um, yeah, I think, like you said, this would apply to everything, not necessarily only fitness, but studies do show that happiness equals progress. You're not necessarily the happiest when you reach your goal, but momentum and progress is what actually keeps you motivated and engaged, because you realize that you can do more than what you thought you could do. You're getting stronger, you're feeling better. And even though it is important to have a goal, it's also important to understand that there's no finish line, uh, especially when it comes to fitness, because what my goal was maybe 5 years ago is going to change in 2 years. So it is good to be open-minded about those things, and it's going to help you be a little bit nicer to yourself, because we tend to compare ourselves to other people also a lot, especially with social media. And just because maybe at the beginning of this journey your goal was to lose 15 or 20 pounds, it is okay if that changes. And it's part of the beauty of fitness, is that you can work towards strength, endurance, flexibility, quality of life, and just happiness in general.
Yeah, those are all great points, because it could be something simple and mundane. You come in with the goal of, I got low back pain. I don't want to be in pain. So then we set up a program for you to get out of low back pain. But then where do you go from there?
Mm-hmm.
What else in your life is it that you would like to do that you're not currently able to do because the pain was limiting you, or you didn't have the strength, the endurance, the stamina, the movement quality to do it? Set new goals. And I think that's really, really important. You can be anywhere from low back pain to nutrition, because I see it all the time. People go full bore, pedal to
In
the metal on
exercise.
their nutrition,
Or
on
in
exercise and their nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
where they go on one of these fad diets, be keto, intermittent
Mm-hmm.
fasting, Atkins, you name it. They go all in, and it's all or nothing. And then they feel deprived and they lose weight, but they hate the diet. They hate the nutrition. So then they go back to eating, air quotes, normally, and then they go back to their original weight and sometimes gain even extra weight. So it's a little bit better to make small changes, get down some fundamental
Mm-hmm.
habits in your diet and nutrition and in your exercise, and get those things down before you add anything on top of that. And that way it's a lot more sustainable, long term, that you can build on and make progress with.
So going back to the point of working around just trying to be good and an expert with the basics. With both nutrition and exercise, and I feel like we understand it more with exercise because, like, duh, I'm not gonna go and deadlift 200 pounds today if I've never done it before. But with nutrition, we have this mindset of like, oh, this is it. This is what I have to do. This diet, the keto or whatever you're doing, and you forget about like just eat your protein and your vegetables, and just eat healthy whole foods. Just do that for a month or two. That is progress, you know. So I think that yeah, being able to understand the basics of any kind of exercise or nutrition program and being able to be comfortable doing that, once that becomes part of who you are, then you know you're ready for what's next.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you never really know how much progress you can make in 4 or 6 weeks if you actually stick to the basics.
Yeah. And we tell our clients all the time, we don't necessarily want you to be healthy. We just want you to be healthier. Yeah, just do something small that gets you healthier and then get that habit down and then build on that. I think that's the key. And then just making the progress with your fitness goals too, with your exercises. Start with the basics and build from there. And that's pretty much our message for today is always make sure that you have a goal in mind. And when you reach your goals, celebrate it. Acknowledge it, have other people acknowledge it and celebrate them, and then you can start setting more goals. Because Deb mentioned at the beginning of this episode, people come in, the most common goal we hear is, I want to lose 20 pounds. And the question I always ask is, what does that 20 pounds get you? Like, imagine that you've already lost the 20 pounds. What is that change in your life? And then once you think about that, how that 20 pounds, you see that 20-pound weight loss change in your life, does that change your goal?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah. And if you like what you hear, be sure to subscribe. We will be doing this every week for our clients and our listeners. Every week, yes. Except for Deb, she's going to France for her birthday. So be sure to wish Deb a happy birth month. She doesn't have just a day. She gets a whole month. The month of March is Deb's birthday, so help her celebrate. And she's going to be celebrating over in France, in Paris, with the Parisians. But we will be here still doing our podcast and doing our thing at Catalyst. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them out to us at Jim_A, catalyststl.com, and we'll be happy to answer them on future episodes.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.